to welcome everybody back. We're at the Crane Lakes Golf Invitational. It's going to be a day-long event. There's a lot of things going on. Of course, the golfing, people golfing with pros, but of course there's a charity involved. Chick-fil-A has been very active in this charity, and we have Jennifer with us in this early afternoon. Jennifer's going to explain everything that's going on with this charity, and where do we begin?
Well, thanks, Chris, for interviewing me and for coming out here and just broadcasting this so that people learn about Winshape. This is Winshape Camp. That is win, like we win the game tonight. And then shape, like you are in shape or out of shape, whatever shape you want to call it. It's called Winshape Camps. Something to let you guys know before I forget, winshapecamps.org is where you can find out more information. But I have been the camp nurse. This will be the 5th year that I've been the camp nurse. This camp is a faith-based camp supported by Chick-fil-A and lots of local churches that come together, help plan this. We have volunteers that go out there, and it's a faith-based camp. It's Monday through Friday. It's like sending your kid to an overnight camp. They get to have all those experiences, except for they get to come home with you at night, have dinner at home, tell you about their day. They get to choose from 20 skills. They do worship time. We get a Bible lesson. We get small group time where they talk to their leader and they get to talk about what they learned or ask questions more about Jesus if they have more questions. It's a lot of fun. Your kids, I promise, will be worn out at the end of every day. I get emotional when we try to reach as many kids as we can. Church kids, kids that are in foster care, kids that just don't happen to go to church, that want to learn more about Jesus or just have fun.
How did Chick-fil-A get involved with this? I understand that you've been active in the charity, but Chick-fil-A's name is all over this. As long as I've known Chick-fil-A, which has been a long time, they've been at least a faith-based ownership. You know, Sundays are off.
Right.
Nobody works on Sundays. How did Chick-fil-A get involved with this?
Chick-fil-A founded it, I believe, in Georgia was their first overnight camps. They have overnight camps, and then they decided that they needed to reach out into the community more and had traveling day camps for those people that didn't want to send their kids away to camp. This team of people from Winshape, trained by Winshape, travel around the United States from city to city weeks at a time, setting up for camps.
You mentioned there were 26 active people that are traveling, setting these things up. Explain that.
There's 26 Winshape staffers that are trained by Winshape, and there's probably about 15 teams of those 26 staffers, and they're all young college kids that have lots of energy.
Right.
They're all faith-filled women and men that just love on your kids and to share with them about Jesus, and they travel.
We're here with Jennifer, and we're talking about the Winshape charity. It's Crane Lakes Invitational here. We're golfing on a beautiful day. How did Crane Lakes get involved with this? Do you know?
Well, Crane Lakes got involved because he is an avid local supporter of our local Chick-fil-A.
Right.
And our local Chick-fil-A owner, Shan, loves to golf. So he kind of just said, you know what, this would be a great place for a fundraiser. And Rod was very happy to partake and be supportive of us. This is the 5th year that he's been supportive.
If people are just tuning in, and a great deal of people have been following our Crane Lakes podcast, which we do weekly, it's called America's Elite Businesses, Up Close and Personal. But if anybody's tuning in off any of our social media sites or our website, and they're like, well, what is this charity? Where can I go to find out some information and to contact you? Where would they go?
winshapecamps.org is where they can go to find out. If you look up day camps on that site and look up the location of Daytona Beach, it will tell you all about the camp. Our camp this year is June 1st through the 5th, and it is being held at the First Baptist new Daytona Beach campus. First Baptist is one of our sponsoring churches, along with about 9 other churches so far that are sponsoring.
5 years, Jennifer. Are we looking for another 5 or bigger
Of course.
increments?
No, we are going to look for 5, 10, 15, as long as we can have kids coming to camp. That's how long we'll
How do we touch to the parents? I mean, the kids are kids, but we know we have to get the parents involved to move these young kids. How do we reach out to the parents to get these kids a little bit more involved in our project?
Well, the fun thing about camp is on Friday we have Chick-fil-A Family Fun Friday of camp. Camp that day is from 8 to noon. Chick-fil-A supplies lunch to everyone that comes. The campers are allowed to invite as many family members as they want, and that family can come from the beginning of the day at 8 a.m. and they can experience what their campers experienced all week, and participate in all the activities,
Okay.
and then get free lunch.
Okay, so we're going to motivate the parents with free lunch. I'm just kidding me. We are at the Crane Lakes Golf and Country Club. It's the invitational day. Chick-fil-A is here as the major sponsor. Winshape. I can't wait to spend, and I'm sure I'm going to run into you a little bit more today. We're going to be here for the next 4 or 5 hours. We'll catch up with Jennifer a little later. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Chris.
Well, we want to welcome everybody again to Crane Lakes Golf and Country Club. We're here for the Crane Lakes Invitational, but there's more going on here. There's a wonderful charity. Chick-fil-A is involved, and we have Jody, the wife of the proprietor of the Chick-fil-A in Port Orange. But besides the Chick-fil-A, and they're a wonderful sponsor, you've got a big story to tell. We're ready to listen.
Well, thank you very much. We're here supporting Winshape Camps. 100% of the proceeds of the golf tournament today go for scholarships for camp this summer. We run a camp with the help of Winshape organization, which is a near and dear organization to the late great founder of Chick-fil-A, Truett Cathy. And it is a 1-week day camp where we give scholarships to locally here, all the foster kids. There's over 1,200 foster kids here in Volusia County, some in group homes and at-risk children through the Volusia County schools, and anywhere we can get kids. There's a lot of organizations that are feeding the kids and clothing the kids, but we want to give these kids hope.
Yes, ma'am.
And give them a future. And so we run a camp, and this year we're doing it June 1st through the 5th. We have a theme this year called Life Giver, which is based on John 10:10, which says the thief comes to steal and kill and destroy, but I have come to give life and give it in abundance.
Right.
And that's what we want to teach these kids, and that's why we want to give them hope. And so we're doing that. It's really near and dear to our heart, my husband and I, and we work really hard. We have a Facebook page. Kickoff is next week for camp. Camp registration opens March 2nd, and we have a lot of kids that pay to go to camp, and then we raise scholarships. So our Facebook page will have all the details, which is our Winshape Camp Daytona Beach Facebook page. There's actually a flag on there.
Okay.
If you love kids and you want to help, we could really use the help, and you can donate through that flag. It's a PayPal, and you donate straight to our organization for all tax deductible.
Well, let me ask you something. The camp is in June. It's 1 week.
It's 1 week.
What can people like ourselves who want to volunteer, who want to offer up their services or their time or their money, it's got to be a year-round process
It
that you're
is.
still looking for involvement, correct?
Absolutely. We need volunteers, absolutely. We have 28 professionals that Winshape sends us, but we need a lot of other volunteers to help on the ground as well.
What are some of the needs? What sort of volunteers are we looking for?
So there are 20 different activities with camp, from
Whoa.
football, who I know you like,
Yes.
to art, archery. We have theater, cheerleading, gymnastics. We have science. Anything like that that you're interested in, you can come and help volunteer. We have small group time. We have lunchroom time where we need help just preparing snacks for these kids. So we have check-in and check-out. We have runners. We have a lot of things that we need help with, and we have a website and with like the Facebook, but we also have an email address, which is winshapeportorange@yahoo.com. Email me. We've got several people checking the email. We'd love to have you volunteer as long as you're high school or older. And of course, we get a background check, then we will love to have you come volunteer and help us, even if it's for 1 hour.
Now, is that for the week, or is that just for any day thing that we can get involved with you guys?
You guys can also get involved with us year-round as we're trying to get sponsors, prepare for the golf tournament that we have, and
Okay.
any other fundraising that we'd like to do. Yes, we do. It's a year-round process as we work towards these donations. And we would love to send every one of these kids to camp for free. And we have at least 500 spots in the camp for this week,
Okay.
for June 1st through the 5th. And we're hoping to fill them.
Where is the camp being held at this year?
Yeah, so we are actually, this is exciting. So First Baptist Church in
Okay.
Daytona Beach, First Baptist Church,
Right.
they have a brand new campus out on Tomoka Farms Road, and they have offered their facilities for us to rent for this week. So we're excited about this brand new facility that we're going to get to use.
Well, also, too, Crane Lakes Golf and Country Club has given us an opportunity today to shine on your project. They've let us come out and golf, and there's a lot of golf pros here. There's amateurs. It's a beautiful day. Crane
It's
Lakes has
awesome.
really stepped up, too. What
They
do you
really
say?
have. We love Rod, and we love everybody here. My parents live here. It's a great
Your
neighborhood.
dad is here.
And my dogs are here. We've got everybody here trying to have a fun day and raise money for camp.
Hopefully we'll get an opportunity later to talk to your husband. I know he's a driving force behind this project. He's got a wonderful wife who's excited about it. We at Titan Media are also going to volunteer our time, our efforts to help with this project. We want to be a year-round mentor to maybe some of these kids motto at the people that are actually listening today?
You know, we just say it's the 3 Ps. We need people, we need prayer, and we need some people to pay in order to be able to send these kids and do what we do. So we're praying for the 3 Ps, and we're going to be praying for these kids throughout. And if you can pray that week, please help us to pray.
Well, we are live at Crane Lakes Golf and Country Club. We're golfing, but most importantly here, Chick-fil-A and this nice little lady and her husband are here contributing to a wonderful charity. We ask you to tune into our website as well at TitanMediaEntertainmentInc.com, and we'll talk to more people later as our day progresses. God bless. Well, and we want to welcome everybody back again to Crane Lakes Golf and Country Club. We are here today because of the Invitational, because of Chick-fil-A, and a wonderful charity. We have Shan, the proprietor of the Port Orange Chick-fil-A, and also the driving force alongside your wife. We'll give her props because she's watching closely here. Let's talk very quickly here. And I'm in love with the charity. I'm a spiritual person. I've been born again myself. Let's talk about your experience and how it became to be for this charity.
Well, I experienced this camp when I was a small child back in 1985. I went to the first camp that Truett Cathy first started years ago, and I just want to continue his legacy and continue this opportunity for kids to see the light of God and the light of Jesus, and to impact their lives in a positive way. We're just seeking those kids out that need that in this community, and Rod and ourselves and this community of Crane Lakes is really out to help people and do the right thing for these young people. So,
well, we have a great benefit here today. You as a business owner, I as a business owner, we can attack the business community. Adults, of course, they have to be the driving force to get these kids to where we need them to be.
Absolutely.
But ultimately, we have to touch the hearts of these young kids. And of course, that can only be done spiritually. But there's a great saying, if we show them our heart, then we can bring the church. And I think that's what this event does today. It shows the heart of all the people involved.
Absolutely. All of us need a mentor in our life and a positive impact in our lives. And mine was Truett Cathy, and at Camp Winshape as a child. And hopefully Rod and myself and others that are involved with Camp Winshape, my wife, and all of us that raise the money for these kids to go, that we can be that part too to their life. And whatever we can do to make this happen. It's been going on for 5 years. It's been a great success. And this community, Crane Lakes, has really embraced us, and we really appreciate that. And it's been a lot of fun, a lot of golf. We love chicken, we love golf, and that's what we're passionate about around here. So, and we love God. So,
well, I'm glad you showed up. I had a tough time getting any words out of the nurse who was up here and your wife. They were very tight-lipped. Well, let's go ahead and let's be real. They said it all, but they did it with a lot of passion because everything they said came from their heart. I know they're listening, so I got to be careful how I say this here. But let's talk about the day-to-day things that the general public can do to get involved. You guys orchestrate a camp. You bring in the sponsors. You continually add people to the list that are fond of helping children in their lives. What can we as the general public on a daily basis, can we just contact you and ask to be a part of it?
You can contact us at Chick-fil-A in Port Orange, and we also have a campwinshape.org that you can go to, that website. And then we have a Winshape wall at our Chick-fil-A where you can come by and donate money to Chick-fil-A or to donate to do the donation at our Chick-fil-A. But every single cent goes to a child that's in need that can't afford to go to camp.
Okay.
I was in 1985. I couldn't afford to go to camp. Somebody paid my way. So we want to do the same thing for all those kids. There's kids that can afford to go, which we understand,
right.
And we just ask that that we want them to come also, of course, but we want to provide those funds for the children that can't go. There's a lot of those kids out there, and that's what this is all about here today, is providing that opportunity for those kids,
and to create an awareness as well too of the Winshape charity and the people that are involved here. You mentioned the children. There's I mentioned earlier, or I heard through your wife, there's so many homeless children. Myself here at Titan Media, we're involved with a program of homeless families and homeless children. It just breaks my heart. And what's the first step? If somebody is watching this podcast, what's the first step to get involved?
Well, we chose Rosemary Bryant for our church.
Okay.
It's a great community, this great organization in this town that helps those children. Of course, my wife, she's really proactive in seeking these foster homes and hearing these stories. I mean, if you really want to find out what's going on, you just take an individual effort to understand where these opportunities are. They're all around us, and we don't know it. You just got to make the effort. You just call churches, call organizations that do those kind of things that help those kind of people, and there's plenty of opportunity to help people that are in those kind of situations.
So we're looking for physical help. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for monetary help, and of course, we're looking for people that truly want to put their heart into this project, like your wife has, and some of the wonderful people we've met today. We want to remind everybody we are always, each and every week, doing podcasts at Crate Lakes Golf and Country Club. We're blessed today to have a wonderful charity here. I want to, as we kind of wrap this up, and we thank you for your time today, what do we see in 2020? Do we see this growing? Do we see more active members? And of course, we put everything in prayer.
Absolutely. We want to continue this for, as long as we're alive and well here in Port Orange, and we want to continue to make a positive impact on this community. My children are going to grow up in this town.
Great.
And so we want to see the light of Jesus in this community through our camp, and maybe it'll plant the seed for some young person that's never been to church, never even heard anything about God, or knows nothing about the God that is out there that loves them. So we just want to continue to do that year after year after year. And as long as we have the help of Chick-fil-A and they continue to do that, then the opportunity will always be there. So we're excited about that to continue. It's been going on for about 35 years now, so I think it's going to stick around.
Well, you can count Titan Media Entertainment in as well, too. We want to thank Crane Lakes for allowing us to come out another week. We want to thank them for allowing us to come out for such a worthy cause. Shannon, I appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
And
Thank
we're
you
on
for being
board.
here.
God bless everybody.